you. We are the Peace Corps. In more than 60 countries, we go the distance to make a difference. We're volunteers, partners, communities, bringing our experience, joy, and passion to building a better world together. Are you looking for more? We are looking for you. Join us at peacecorps.gov.
Most online dating profiles are works of fiction. At It's Just Lunch, we are all about fun, real-life dates set up by real dating experts. Save the fiction for your nightstand and call It's Just Lunch today. Visit itsjustlunchsanfrancisco.com or call 415-989-9818.
Back to the Carquinez Bridge we go. Frank Munich with a look at traffic. Well, we're still looking at a crash involving a car that slammed into toll booth number 8, eastbound at the Carquinez Bridge tolls, eastbound 80. That crash is in the process of being cleared, so that may be out of the way if it's already. If it's not, it will be within the next couple of minutes. Problem in Sonoma in the form of a car fire that's eastbound 84. Just before the 680 split, we have a car on the right-hand shoulder and a whole bunch of people who were in the car standing outside of it on the shoulder. Thankfully, no indication of injuries there. And it is a very quiet night in terms of any sort of slowdown. I'm looking at the Bay Area's freeways and not seeing any substantial delay. A reminder that if you see something we've missed, you can give us a call. The KCBS phone force number is 415-391. Your next update is at 11:48 on the traffic leader KCBS. Mostly cloudy tomorrow. We could see some more light rain, highs in the low to mid 60s. Next week, partly to mostly cloudy with highs in the 60s. Chance of rain Wednesday through Friday. Right now in San Francisco, Petaluma, and Pacifica, 56 degrees. In Lafayette, 54 degrees. Los Gatos, 51 degrees. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. Landlords are offering incentives like a couple months of free rent or free parking to people who sign leases. KCBS's Raquel Maria Dillon has more on what's behind this trend.
In the real estate world, these incentives are called concessions.
In October, almost 40% of listings in San Francisco featured attractive incentives like free rent or parking, much higher than the national average.
That's Orfe DeLonghi, a senior economist at Zillow. Half of listings in San Jose offered these freebies, according to Zillow data. Incentives are most common at large apartment complexes and during the end of the year lease signing slowdown. DeLonghi says this is the result of a long overdue mini building boom. So if you're used to the cutthroat rental market in the Bay Area, it might feel strange to have negotiating power when apartment hunting. DeLonghi says the new buildings are not enough to offset some of the highest housing costs in the country, which are caused by years of failing to build enough units to meet the demand. I'm Raquel Maria Dillon, KCBS.
East San Jose has seen an increase in homelessness among high school students. In this in-depth preview, KCBS's Mary Hughes looks at why this is happening and what's being done to help.
It's a trend not just here, but throughout California.
That's Sergio Diaz Luna, Director of Communications with the Eastside Union High School District. And the trend he's talking about is more and more students facing homelessness. It's something that he's seen in East San Jose.
In 2020, we were looking at about 300,000 students by this time of the year. This year, we're at 900. So over the course of 3 years, we've seen the number of students who are in a house triple.
He says there are multiple reasons for this increase. The housing affordability crisis, the rollback of pandemic support. Some students have even lost parents or caregivers due to COVID, and that's left them in a vulnerable position. One of the big sources of help for these students comes from the McKinney-Vento program, which provides support and services to students that are experiencing homelessness. And this can be especially important during the holiday season.
What's going on with our McKinney-Vento program during the holiday season, what we're kind of looking out and fundraising for at the moment is to provide direct support and direct gifts for the things that we can't pay for. So we're asking our community to help make this holiday season special for students who qualify for McKinney-Vento providing a little extra this season.
The school district and the Eastside Education Foundation began their fundraising for unhoused students on Giving Tuesday and are carrying it through into December. You can find out more at eastside-fund.org. There's Hughes, KCBS.
For more on this topic, you can tune into our KCBS In-Depth program. It airs tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and again Sunday night at 8 p.m. San Francisco is hoping to offer more parking options for bikes as KCBS's David Welch reports. A pilot program launching early next year is aimed at doing just that.
Mayor London Breed is investing in a 2-year pilot program that not only provides riders with more short-term parking options, it's more secure than open-air bike racks. Stephen Chun is with San Francisco's Municipal Transportation Agency.
This is just like a parking garage in an apartment complex.
Riders hang their bikes on a series of hooks, and the facility is only accessible by smartphone. The enclosed space provides one layer of security, and riders can add their own locks for even more.
We're going to be looking into having an interactive panel that's mounted above the bike rack, so it is accommodating to ADA users.
Chun says the city's starting out with a modest-sized pilot program, 12 spaces at each of the 2 secure locations.
4th and Minute by the Metreon area, and Howard and 2nd.
But the city hopes to add more if the program is successful. In San Francisco, David Welch, KCBS.
Buy now, pay later plans will likely boom this holiday season, and credit experts are ringing alarm bells. I'm Jeff Colvin of Fortune Magazine with the Fortune Business Update. Today's buy now, pay later loans typically start with a retailer asking for a down payment at the time of purchase, along with an agreement to make 4 to 6 payments at 2-week intervals. Retailers like the loans because customers on average buy more when a buy now, pay later loan is available. Consumers like them because the interest rate is often low or even zero, and these loans are not reported to the 3 main credit bureaus, so they don't affect a buyer's credit score. The danger is that these loans are so easy to get, especially if a consumer uses several different lenders. Economists will be watching closely. A high-spending holiday season may signal a booming economy, but not if consumers have gone too deeply into debt. I'm Jeff Colvin.
What if you could slash your electric bills nearly in half? You can! Semper Solaris is offering a new Solar Plus battery program that can cut your electric bill up to half. Here's how. We'll install solar panels and a battery at no cost to you. You only pay for the electricity your new panels produce. You'll save thousands of dollars on your electric bill. There's nothing for you to own or maintain. There's nothing for you to repair. There's nothing to worry about. You just pay a significantly lower electric bill. It's the simplest and easiest program that'll save you thousands of dollars starting day one. Semper Solaris is your local veteran-owned solar and battery installer. We get the job done right with esprit de corps and honor. You don't have to buy a Solar Plus battery system. You don't have to worry about fixing or maintaining it. You don't have to worry about anything. Slash your electric bills by up to half. Call 415-367-0747 or visit sempersolaris.com. No hard credit call. Offer subject to change at any time. See website for details. Offer expires 12/31/23. CSLB number 978-152.
Did you know that if you added 2,000 steps to your daily routine, you might never gain another pound? Walking helps you feel better and look better. At the Walk Shop in Berkeley, we believe your footwear should too. That's why we searched the world over to bring you distinctive and innovative footwear that's both stylish and comfortable. It's fun to browse the Walk Shop's collection of men's and women's dress casuals, boots, sandals, and walking shoes, perfectly designed and fitted for wherever those extra steps might lead. Discover the Walk Shop, 2120 Vine Street in Berkeley, or visit us at walkshop.com.
Hey guys, at Primale Medical, their mission is to provide you with the medical care you need to improve your ED, low T, and incontinence. With years dedicated to improving the lifestyle of their patients in the Bay Area, Primale Medical strives to improve your love life and overall health. Listen to Dr. Robert Rowley.
We have virtually every medication known to man to help men. We specialize in acoustic wave therapy, sublingual lozenges which bypass the digestive system, making them work faster and more effectively, injectable medications, and testosterone treatment for those patients who need it. Impotence problems can be treated in just one visit.
Why wait? Don't lose hope. Call now. Get a PSA test, testosterone test, Doppler ultrasound, and a full year of free visits for just $99. Call now, 415-761-4037. That's 415-761-4037, 415-761-4037, or go to primemailmedical.com.
Stephen Langford here. Losing hot water is the worst. So when your hot turns to cold, you better think fast. Fast Water Heater, providing fast, reliable, trustworthy water heater service for over 35 years. Nobody has installed more water heaters in the Bay Area than Fast Water Heater. Call 800-521-FAST, 800-521-FAST. That's 800-521-FAST, or visit fastwaterheater.com.
When your hot turns to cold, you better think fast. Fast Water Heater.
Frank Munich has our latest look at traffic, starting with a vehicle fire in Sunol.
Thankfully, it's on the shoulder, eastbound 84, just before the 680 split, but we have a whole bunch of people who are inside the car now standing around on the right-hand shoulder, and a new problem being reported in San Leandro, westbound 580, just before Fairmont Drive. We have reports of a pickup truck that overturned, is now back on its wheels, and it is on the shoulder. Your next update at 11:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Mostly cloudy with more light rain possible tonight and tomorrow. Lows overnight tonight, mid-40s to low 50s. Highs tomorrow, low to mid-60s. Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. This holiday season, invest in some LED Christmas lights. LEDs last years longer than regular lights, which means less electronic waste over time. Also, LED Christmas lights are far more energy efficient, wasting less energy as heat, which means a smaller electric bill. And be sure to recycle old Christmas lights at appropriate e-waste facilities. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
It's that time again, Dub Nation. You hear the call. The stage is set. The team is hungrier than ever. In this arena, every night we make history. This is where a simple sound can spread into a dance. Where a single splash turns into a storm. Where year after year, we witness plays that make us go, did we just see that? Yeah, you did. When Warriors ground starts to buzz, brace yourself for the experience of a lifetime. Get tickets now at Warriors.com.
News that matters to you. Around the Bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
And Saturday, December 2nd, 2023, coming up on KCBS, the Biden administration urges extra Israeli caution in its renewed Gaza attacks.
I'm Michael Wall in Santa Rosa, where a celebrity chef is taking to the Red Salvation Army kettlebell to raise money for his own community. It really is about giving.
And how former President Trump is faring in the polls among black voters. It's 11:31.
CBS News Brief. Police in Los Angeles have made an arrest in connection with the fatal shooting of 3 homeless people and an area resident. Mayor Karen Bass.
When we come together as a city and as a region, nothing can stop Los Angeles. We step up to challenges and we address them.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin delivering his strongest remarks to date over Israel's need to protect civilians in Gaza.
We will continue to press Israel to protect civilians and to ensure the robust flow of humanitarian aid.
New Englanders are preparing for snowfall Sunday and Monday. Meteorologist Mark Chenard is with the National Weather Service.
I think the main impacts will be those traveling on the roads by later Sunday night. Probably the worst of it's kind of Sunday night into early Monday. It will be spreading from south to north, impacting portions of Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. That's where the biggest impacts will be, away from the coast in those 3 states.
CBS News Brief. I'm Matt Piper.
Late on a Saturday night, our News Watch continues on KCBS. Good evening. I'm Peter Finch. Guy Fieri spent his afternoon today ringing the Red Salvation Army kettlebell in Santa Rosa. KCBS's Mike DeWald reports the celebrity chef met fans and collected donations.
The mayor of Flavortown held court, posing for photos and chatting it up at Santa Rosa's Montgomery Village.
It really is about giving. And this, to me, is one of the best ways you can give back to your community and to support others that really need it, especially in what, for some people, is the greatest time of year, and for other people, it's one of the most difficult times of the year.
The second year Fieri has taken to the bell.
He says he got interested after he learned the organization was running short on volunteers. And giving back in his own community, Eddie says he's seen plenty of familiar faces.
It is a little bit of a reunion. I just saw somebody, there was a coffee place in town called Coffee Works back in the day when we first opened Johnny Garlic. And Claudia from Coffee Works showed up today. I haven't seen Claudia in 20 years.
And the help is welcome. Sean Kelsey, Salvation Army's Sonoma County coordinator, he says this year donations are down and the need is up.
Especially as we get into the winter months, having a hard decision whether to keep the heat on in the house, making that car payment, or keeping food in their fridge.
Yeti matched all donations through his Guy Fieri Foundation. In Santa Rosa, Mike DeWald, KCBS.
A light display that delighted Santa Rosa residents for the first time last year is back, and yes, as KCBS's Megan Goldsby tells us, it's bigger than ever.
Last year, we estimated we had probably about 25,000 visitors, and this year we are tracking to be well above that.
Word has really gotten around about this free walk-through display, says Lauren Peters with the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts in Santa Rosa, who conceptualized and helped create the display in their sculpture garden. It's called Northern Lights.
We have a couple of bridges that really lend themselves to putting wire over to make tunnels. And then we have lampposts and other sort of infrastructure that just lent itself really well, and so we sort of walked through it, planned it out as much as we could.
And they also have neon sculptures from students at Santa Rosa Junior College, and new this year,
we did a community design challenge for one of the bridges. And so I just want to make sure to give Nadia Fish a shout out because she is an 11th grader and she won this year. So you'll see the gingerbread bridge down there. That was her design.
It's gotten so popular so quickly, they actually had to find sponsors this year, and they are accepting donations to keep the lights on. It's all very appreciated, says Amy, who lives in Santa Rosa and brought her son Dane.
He loves lights, so I was like, oh, this is perfect for him. So yeah.
Is he 5?
He just turned 5, and so for him, this is really fun. He can just stand there and stare at them, and there's no pressure to leave or anything like that. He can stay here all day and just look at the lights. He loves that.
Of course, being a good reporter, I had to fact check that.
I like them.
Would you have a favorite so far?
Yes, and I had a candy cane that I'm eating.
So, a good night all the way around. In Santa Rosa, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
Yes, it may be the most wonderful time of the year, but as reporter Chris Sedens tells us, the holidays are also a time filled with a lot of stress.
They are the unwelcome guests of the holidays. Stress, anxiety, and depression. Between the disarray of cooking, shopping, cleaning, entertaining, and the physical exhaustion from the holiday-related errands and obligations, it's no wonder we stress around the holidays. Dr. Rebecca Jackson is a board-certified cognitive specialist. She says making sure you get plenty of rest can help get you through.
The last thing you want to do is to face a chaotic environment exhausted. It's finding time for exercise, especially if you're struggling with attention or anxiety, can really help to re-engage your brain to tolerate all the sensory input and stress and anxiety, as well as to increase attention and memory.
Dr. Jackson also says tackle your most challenging holiday tasks when you have the best energy and focus. That usually means first thing in the day. I'm Chris Sedens, KCBS.
'Tis the season at Outdoor Supply Hardware, and we have your gifting covered. Oz is your one-stop gift shop. Find inspiration inside our 2023 gift guide. This year's 12 curated collections feature nifty gifts for all the folks, including kids and outdoorsy types to garden lovers, grilling gurus, pro tool aficionados, and more. Find thoughtful tidings for everyone on your list and within any budget. From big gifts to stocking stuffers. Wrap up the season with a trip to one of our 14 stores and at Osh.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me, and they were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief.
That's very reckless for a crook to do
what
that
Patrick did and
super
call
rare
Optima
clothes.
Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-298-3904. 800-298-3904. 800-298-3904.
Optima Tax Relief.